as you're watching this video, keep in mind when I recorded the footage for this project, I had zero video taking experience as well as video editing experience. I possessed none of that. I borrowed my kid's GoPro to record the entire process, and now I'm sitting on all the footage of a completed project that I now need to edit and put out there for everybody else to watch. So that's the time between episodes is way too long. I can't help it. I don't have the bandwidth to make these videos on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. I just don't have it. I'm working on it. So clearly I'm not doing it to gain subscribers. But that said, I am not opposed to taking having pity subscribers. So if you're sorry for me or for whatever reason, just hit the subscribe button. That will definitely motivate me to get the videos edited up and running. It's a pretty good story, actually. There's a lot of technical insight into these videos. It was a pretty good story. How I purchased the car and the parts car and so on and so forth. There's a lot of little parts to that. I think that you will enjoy it. So hit the subscribe button and I'll keep hammering out these videos, okay? Thanks.
As luck would have it, I was able to find another parts car on eBay for $1,700 with a few parts missing that I didn't need. I just needed the engine. I couldn't really care less about any other parts on there, but selling those extra parts is going to fund and finance the project. Once I struck the deal, to jump through a whole bunch of other hoops to import this thing into Canada. Almost didn't happen actually. And got my friend's trailer, then traveled to luckily, as luck would have it, the border crossing was near my father-in-law's house, who was nice enough to lend me his pickup truck, nice Toyota Tundra, which has no problem hauling that tiny little Porsche. Made my way down to upstate New York, where luckily there was nice, beautiful weather, no snow like there was has been in Ontario actually. These guys were nice enough to just dump the car onto the trailer, so there was no ramps needed. I actually installed the winch on it prior to making that down, and didn't even need it. So once it had on the trailer, it was super easy. Pop my ratchet straps and just strap this sucker down, and I even blocked off, if you look at it, I blocked off the wheels so that car wouldn't go anywhere. I was a little bit paranoid about it, but there was no problem. It was under nice and tight and snug, and obviously I brought it home, or else I wouldn't be talking about it now. So let's get this project going. Let's start this chronicle here of the garage of broken Porsche dreams. So sitting here with my 2001 Boxster non-S donor car that I spent a lot of time, money, and energy actually buying on eBay and going down to New York with a trailer and a truck and picking it up, and then I was here sitting in my garage in Canada.
Well, this being a flat car, theoretically, the engine should still be intact. Obviously, electronics are all basically pooched. Nothing works. Car actually came with the window stuck down, and I had to take it all apart just to get the window up. Next step is to get the roof down so I can access the engine from the top. That's been a little bit of a challenge that I haven't been able to solve yet. So yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to work out. I might just be posting some of these videos on YouTube, and maybe if I have enough patience doing this project, I just might even record the entire project. As you can see, the rest of the car is actually in pretty good shape. The car being from Florida, I would assume that things should not be too rusted, and nuts and bolts should come off quite easily. And luckily this 2001, which is now 17 years old, is actually in just really nice shape. So it's definitely worth investing the time and money and putting it back on the road. It is now just the end of February here, and well, hopefully this car is going to see the road again in the warmer weather. Yeah, well, not much more to say, except let's get this party started. Well, as I mentioned, when I looked at this car at minus 25 degree Celsius and minus 13 degree Fahrenheit, the roof, the convertible top was down. So what happens to plastic when it gets cold? It gets very brittle. So when we put the roof back up, this is what happened. So another project after the engine is running is to get that replaced. Here we got the 2001 flat car. Actually, I bought it without a rear bumper and a taillight, but everything else is actually intact. I've already started working on this. Took a few parts off it. I'm going to show you around. The car is actually in pretty decent shape. I'll be taking the engine covers off. Kind of stinks in here actually. What I know about this Boxster donut car, except the obvious, it's a 2001 Boxster base, non-S. Bought it on eBay from somebody in New York who bought it on an auction. The car is a Florida flat car, and I presume it came from Hurricane Irma, given the timeline. It's now March. I bought it in February, so the Hurricane Irma was sometime late 2017, so that's my guess. I could be wrong, but that's all I know. The water came up to approximately the door handle, and the reason why I know this, I took the right door panel off to move the window up, and I could see debris up to approximately the door handle. So that coincides with just below the engine. So hopefully the engine was not completely submerged. That's a chance I'm taking. The plan is to take out the engine and then take off the peripherals. Maybe borescope the cylinders through the spark plug holes and see if there's any damage in there. The Carfax of 2015 showed the car to have 65,000 miles. So now being 2018, do the math, the car is now 17 years old. It should have much more than that on it. But given that all the electrical on this car is not working, I'm hoping that I can remove the instrument cluster, put some power to it, and hopefully I can get the actual mileage out of this engine. Now it's a case of CSI Porsche, and I'm learning as I'm taking this car apart. Hopefully it's giving me a little bit of history. So what I'm doing right now is start to take the transmission out. As you can see, the rear bumper, spoiler, rebar, and taillights are already removed, and that is because the previous owner used those parts on another Porsche he was fixing up. Roof is already in service mode. Engine and top cover is removed. For some reason I took the side air intake off. I don't know why. I thought maybe there's some access in there, but not really. so you don't really have to take this off. I've armed myself with the Bentley manual, factory Bentley manual, purchased on Amazon, as well as 101 projects for your Porsche Boxster. This is a book written by Wayne Dempsey from Pelican Parts. Also Amazon, but I believe you can buy it directly from Pelican Parts as well. So 2 books, internet, some mechanical aptitude that I still hope to be possessing at this point. I haven't worked on cars in years. Well, one of the suspension parts here is broken. The right drive shaft is also missing from the previous owner. And the car seems to be in extremely original condition. No accidents, haven't been painted. So I'm hoping that the engine was serviced properly prior to being caught in the flood. As I'm going along here, as I'm taking stuff off and looking at the car and looking at the size of the project, I am wondering what I was drinking the night I bought this car. But anyway, here we are. No turning back now. Sometimes you have to take a chance, have some faith in people, and let's go ahead and do it.